Now this has got to be historical for me to not only do this many triple Ps in 1 week, but to do a triple P consecutively on the same person that piggybacks off of a previous topic. So I was watching like different videos as I usually do on YouTube, and Lisa Cabrera had uploaded a video talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm thinking it's talking about the same one I did on him earlier in the day, but it actually turns out it was more of an update to that video about him and his status at Arizona State University. And his status at Arizona State University is there is no status, because according to what I'm about to read, he's no longer enrolled there. Now, when I talked about it on the Triple P that I did, it was that the students were protesting or saying that they didn't want him there, and why is he there? Mind you, he was only doing online courses at the time, so he was pretty much in a virtual classroom. He might as well have just been doing Strayer. But now it has come out that he is no longer enrolled at this school. Ask me how I feel about it. Like I said, this is only the beginning for Kyle Rittenhouse. He can try to redeem himself as much as he humanly possibly can, but I don't think he's really going to bounce back from this at all. The only goal for him that was needed from PC was for him to be found not guilty of those charges. After that, they toss him back to the wolves, and I think he's going to start to slowly figure that out if he hasn't figured it out already. Like some of the people in my comment section were saying on the previous Triple P about him, he's not seen as a hero by everybody, just a select few, and those select few can do the 300 leap into that dark, long pit. But let me go ahead and get into it. Kyle Rittenhouse is no longer enrolled at Arizona State University, where left-leaning student groups rallied to get the teen kicked out of his studies, despite a court acquitting him of all charges. My thing is this: why did they say left-leaning student groups? Why couldn't they just say students? Because we're not going to sit here and assume that all the students that didn't want him there were left-leaning. It's some people that probably are white-leaning that was right along with them, but you know, I'll continue. University officials told the Post on Tuesday that Rittenhouse, age 18, was no longer taking any classes. Kyle Rittenhouse has not gone through the ASU admissions process, a university spokesperson said in an email. University records show that he is not currently enrolled in any classes at ASU. Rittenhouse testified at his trial on November 10th that he was studying nursing at ASU. The university confirmed earlier this month that Rittenhouse had been taking classes as an online student for its session starting on October 13th, but wasn't enrolled in its Edson College of Nursing and Health. Following Rittenhouse testimony in court, 4 groups led by Students for Socialism ASU planned for a rally on Wednesday to boot Rittenhouse, whom they blasted as a white supremacist. Now get that, they called this man a dub S, and I'm willing to bet most of them people that are in these groups are PC themselves. This literally is having the George Zimmerman effect. This literally is what it feels like. He gets propped up after he does what he does. Then he gets on trial. The stacks are in his favor. He gets off, and then he becomes a pariah of society. And then they realize the error of their ways. I don't know if he's going to go down the extremely same path as Zimmerman, but they're probably trying to nip it in the bud before it gets to that point. This is Kyle Rittenhouse said he was studying nursing at Arizona State University. The student groups are still expected to hold the protest at the Temp campus, where they will now call on ASU to deny Rittenhouse further admission to the school. That's funny. That's crazy. They wanted him gone. He's gone. And they said, nah, we still going to protest because we need to make sure that what's gone doesn't come back. That's how you know they don't want you around. The student also want the university to release a statement against white supremacy while denouncing Rittenhouse as a racist killer, according to the group's demands, despite the team being cleared of all charges over the triple shooting during riots last year in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The jury agreed that he had been defending himself after getting attacked. Even with a not guilty verdict from a flawed justice system, Kyle Rittenhouse is still guilty in the eyes of the people, the group said in a statement Monday. Join us to demand from ASU that these demands be met to protect students from a violent, bloodthirsty killer. ASU spokesman Jay Thorne declined to comment on Wednesday's planned protest or the petition, the Arizona Public reported. Rittenhouse can still reapply to take courses at ASU at a later date. Any qualified individual can apply for admission Thorne's email to the newspaper continued. ASU does not inquire about a candidate's criminal history during the admissions process or to take online classes. So Rittenhouse could have continued taking online classes even if he was found guilty and sent to prison, Thorne previously said. Rittenhouse told News Nation Ashley Banfield last week he took a compassionate withdrawal from two ASU classes due to being overwhelmed with his upcoming trial, but said he plans to re-enroll. Rittenhouse also told Fox News last week he had hoped to study nursing or law on ASU's campus as a part of a quiet, stress-free life. I want to, he told Tucker Carlson when asked if he hopes to be on campus. There's a lot of things we have to look into, so I don't know for sure yet, but I do intend on going on campus and pursuing a career in nursing. I may change it. I've been looking into law. I may want to become a lawyer. I haven't completely decided yet. Now that'll be interesting. He become a lawyer. Who will be willing to allow him to be their attorney is the question. But I've been looking. I want to be a nurse, so I've been doing the prerequisites for that. And see, all that stuff them talking about him wanting to be a nurse, now I see why he thought he could administer aid allegedly to these people when everything was going on in Kenosha last week. But at the same time, the optics just didn't look in his favor. But hey, it is what it is. But I will say this unbiasedly, the school is right. If he wanted to re-enroll, he could, because it's a lot of people, you know, when it comes to stuff like this, when it comes to colleges and whatnot, that they can look past certain things, and who knows. However, this was a high profile case. This was a high profile situation, and the students at the same time can still address their level of discomfort of being around or even in close proximity with this individual. And like I said, they didn't even want him there while he's taking online courses, meaning he's not even on campus, and they still didn't want him there. So what makes them think that he would be I take that back. What makes him think that he's going to be comfortable on campus in physical form? I think I addressed that in the previous Triple P that I did about this, which was 2 days ago. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments.